Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys have had a fantastic day. The biggest thing, we'll start with NQ Weekly. Usually don't start with the weekly chart here on weekdays, but I think today was pretty significant, right? Remember last week I said we had weekly order block here, then we had a weekly order block here that we wicked off of, and then last week's close was above the prior week's high. So what? We had another weekly prop block. Look where price dug into today, hit the top of that prop block, and off she went. So that was the weekly. So you just want to know, like, you don't want to be looking for shorts inside a the weekly inside a weekly prop block like this, at least until we take the prior week high. So I do still think this is the higher time frame draw right now is up to the weekly here. So just going with that for now. Go to the daily quick. We see we're kind of working on a see if we close above these tomorrow. If we close above these tomorrow, we're gonna have a daily order block as well, right? To kind of support price and then be like, okay, well, now we probably even go higher here. We're delivering from daily breaker here as well as daily FEG and that weekly OB, right? So higher time frame still very very bullish here. Does not mean we can't get a nice size pullback, but like I'll show you guys here on the hourly, like we're still showing price respect, everything. Even today, right? We had bearish order block right here. You see, price did reject it at first, and then came back down. Probably hit some kind of 50% here on like a 15-minute or the hourly, and then we pump back up here. You see it at open. So then we got 4 hour order block here, and what do you notice? Today's afternoon dip comes down. 4 hour order block was also a 1 hour order block. If we move it down to here, and you see price respected it well, as well as it was an hourly FEG as well. I said to watch this. Why? Because hourly 50%, right? We're not going to leave. I showed you guys this, and I was like, well, going into PM, I was like, okay, well, we have an hourly FEG. This is like going into lunch when we're up here, and we know lunchtime loves to run hourly levels or hourly PD arrays. So you see, we had hourly FEG here. That was already filled though, and then here as well as 50%, kind of with these hourly order blocks down here. It's like, okay, this is probably going to be a draw, and I'm going and I'm looking for longs off of here, and that's exactly what we caught today. So after we hit that 4 hour order block here, um, we seen this. We hit the 4 hour OB, and then we seen 1 hour in 1 hour 1 minute inverse here, and we knew we also had. If I can get the magnet to work here, helps if I use the right tool. You see, we had 1 minute equal high sitting up here at that 118 level. So we took, and then we also had equal highs sitting right here, right? So we had equal highs. This was our first target. And then we had our final target, not drawn the best here, but these were equal highs up here at that 118 level. So we entered here around that 53 level, rode it up to 68 for like 65 points or so, depending on where you entered here. But beautiful PM trade right off a 4 hour order block. When you get a 4 hour order block with a 1 minute OB, 1 minute inverse, and you have equal highs above, your chances are very, very good of that play. At least get to a break even spot, and you're probably going to take some kind of a liquidity after hitting a level like that. So um, that was that. So what I'm going to watch overnight, obviously 4 hour OB, everything's still holding. Let's go down to the hourly. You see, we did get an hourly order block here. Would love to see us close over this down candle as well to get really bullish. But you see, close above here. This is actually an hourly prop block. Why? Because it's delivering from this hourly OB, and OB formed off of a off the first OB makes it a prop block, and then you should expect expansion. You see, we dug pretty well into this here. Was probably some kind of 50%, exactly what it was. You see 50%, boom. No, it wasn't. It just missed. Okay, it just missed. Just hit there, and then you see this 15 held, and now we're pushing price back up here. Also, I guess this is pretty kind of after hours here. So this was the move down later this afternoon, but you kind of see like um, how price moved very very nicely today after we got those higher time frame PDA rate touches. That's why it's always so important to know where where those levels are. Even if we bounce from it before, if price comes back down into it, kind of like this daily, right? This daily FVG, like here, if we look at this, okay, let's like I'll just pretend like I drew the whole thing because we really don't need it. But let's go look at like the 5 minute chart. Like you'll see every time like we get into here, we get some kind of like big bounce, right? So in here, in here, in here. So like when if you break these down to the smaller time frame levels, it's like people are shorting in here inside a daily FEG and in the weekly OB. And like look what price does every single time. It's just you got to know where you are at all times, especially on the higher time frame with these PD arrays. So with that, I'm still pretty bullish into today and into tomorrow. This hourly FEG would be the bias. I do notice we got some relative equal lows here on the hourly. Are these equal? I don't think they're equal. I would have noticed them by now. 974.25, 974. So they're off by one tick. So we're gonna mark these as relative equal equal lows going into the night. If we inverse this hourly, shorts down to here, absolutely work. If we keep on moving up here, let's see. Did we ever inverse this hourly BPR? We never did. I said to watch this as well today. So that's the two conditions tonight, everyone. Watch this BPR if we do. Look for Friday's highs, and then obviously these are all time highs as well. It's pretty easy to see. And then if we inverse this hourly down, we'll have a bearish bias at least down to these relative equal lows, and we most likely take Friday's lows. So because today was an inside day. But going off of the next day bias video, this candle closes back above the body of this green one. We expect next day to at least take previous day high. So here and here are your upside liquidity targets 19,129 and 155. Or we could get some kind of move overnight, like we take maybe we take today's high, go down, get the equal lows, and then come back up here too. And guess what? Still puts us in this chop range that we're kind of expecting prior to CPI and FOMC this week. So with that, guys, just watch those 2 hourlies. That's really it for the bias tonight. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll catch you guys bright and early in the morning.